They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A handoff to McCaffrey running right. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ballgame. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Hey, whoa. 36. Tackles. Hayward. Check.
Now Jackson going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first run of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Blue 58. It's 59. Mike the 59. Hey, tight. Jam him. Throw right. Blue draw Corkers.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
26. Hey, Zoo. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And the Packers.
58.
59. First and
Let's
10
go.
at the 18-yard line.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
We play to win.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Check Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's get going.
Now Jones.
Pick it up, guys.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
There we go,
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Mike 16. There we go.
Hey, Haywood. Back north.
On 2nd and goal. Rodgers under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10.
Inside.
Number 16's coming. Check Mike.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A.J. Green, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 20. Yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll make it 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken the knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Da-da-da! 319! Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
The first man, it's Jamal Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
319.
65, 65.
Check 30. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 319.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
258.
All day, every day. Check
258.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one.
To throw is Rodgers. Jones has it. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you want to. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Not a whoop. Hey, we got tight left, tight left. 3 down, 3 down.
Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson. He gets more on the screen. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And some space here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. As they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of a yard brings up second.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, you block over here.
Hey, check back 16. Check back 16.
26.
Tackle, let's go. We got this. We got this.
Hey, exit. Go to 50.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check back 16. Check back 16.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Get ready.
You go.
Hey, check back 16. Check back 16. Hey.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure to the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Check Pittsburgh. 59.
Come on, D.
Let's go. Get set. Let it go.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Shift. Zoom. Me. Hey, take 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Shift.
Motion backfield.
Here we go.
On the delay, Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Okay, baby, I see you.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Bailey able to knock it through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for a field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Rodgers. Operating from the gun. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season. They got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Bravo!
Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike.
You better be afraid of me.
Inside.
Be afraid of me.
Over.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check 30.
Hey, check Mike 16. Check Mike 16.
Done.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Jump out.
Number 16.
Hey, wahoo.
Let's go.
399.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Strip that ball.
Plant.
Motion. Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Charlie.
399.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, don't give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Go to 50.
Check curls. Number 16's coming.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Bring it.
399.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
319.
Mike is 59. Mike.
Get 300. Get 300.
I got you.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Hey, Echo.
Mike's 59. Mike.
Yeah, Liz.
Now this time, Rodgers will throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hey, 88.
Mike, check. 50.
Hey, Delta.
On the ball. 59's Mike. Check.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Look at him move the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
13 yards, first down, Panthers. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check 52's to Mike.
Watch the screen.
Big edge.
Here's Jackson. He gets it to Sims, complete. Powers through. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
2 yards on the play. And a Panther first down.
Ball trot.
Don't get nervous.
Jack Rabbit.
Don't get nervous.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. First down.
52's
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a give right side McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know you feel
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for his wideout. It's 3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about play. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays and run to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to settle him up.
Hey, Alpha!
Number 6.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers fighting through. And that's complete to Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Rodgers now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check by 16. Check by.
Hey! High 7!
From the gun, Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Number 16
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Number 50!
Now Rodgers going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams. And it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They go play action now. Jackson. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Yeah, that's how we do, G.
And it's 3.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll go again to Jones. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, check back 16. Check back 16. Hey, check.
Hey, Zoo.
Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll come out in the pistol.
So we got man.
Jackson. He's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check that. We're going to Mike.
One last shot for Jackson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And he missed it. It wouldn't have mattered. They were going to lose either way, but the game ends strangely on a missed PAT. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Green Bay, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my